Ryan, tell us why Hibernian and why this was the right time to come back to Scotland.
I think after spending the last 6 months in the second division of Portugal, I thought this was the first time since I moved to Portugal that it was the right time to come back to Scotland and get back to enjoying playing in front of big crowds, and that's what Hibs have. I was aware of their interest for a couple of months before January, and I seen all the work that they were putting into and all the interest that they showed in me. So it made me really keen to come back.
What type of player do you come back as now, having the experience of being in Portugal for a few years?
I would say I've developed my game in every sense. Tactically, physically, technically as well. I would say everything's kind of took the next step that it was needing, and now I think Hibs is the right platform to hopefully go and show how I've developed.
When you're a young player, you move to a foreign country. How quick do you have to learn and adapt and change as a person as well as a player?
It took some time. I was aware of that when I went there. Nothing was going to happen overnight. It was just going to be a bit of a slow process, and everything that I had to adapt to, and learning the language, the way of living, the game. But it's something that I look back on now, and I'm delighted that I managed to spend 4.5 years there. It's something that I would be keen to do again, is to go back abroad and try football maybe in a different country or something else. But I suppose at this moment I'm thinking about Hibs, and I'm looking forward to the next 4 or 5 months here.
What do you think you can achieve in this season with Hibernian?
Well, I've been watching a lot of the Scottish football over in Portugal, and Hibs. I've seen some of their games. They've been playing well, just maybe not getting the results that they need. So hopefully I can try and chip in and help the team and push the team where they should be, which is at least in the top 6, pushing for the European places like they were last year, and always hoping for another run in the Scottish Cup as well.
Is making that jump to go abroad at a young age something you would recommend to other Scottish players?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say it's I can sit here and be happy with myself that I went away and I tried it, and I suppose if you don't go abroad and try it, you'll never know. It's something that I'll always look back on and be happy that I've done it. I've made some great friends there. I love Portugal. I was just 6 months away from getting my dual nationality, which is another thing I would be interested in. So it's definitely something I'd recommend.
What do you hope that this few months can do for your career?
Like I say, it's hopefully just it's going to push me to the next step. My game's come on the last few years, but I think I hopefully just need that platform to kind of go and prove that my game has improved, and I'm hoping that's what I can do here.
Ryan, if you look at the Dundee United squad that you played in, the likes of Stuart Armstrong, Kai Stephen, John Souttar, Andrew Robertson, all now full Scottish internationals, is that part of the reasons for coming back, to try and be in the recognition a little bit more? That
was definitely part of my intentions as well, because I see that at the moment the manager's choosing a lot of boys that's playing in the Scottish League. So hopefully if I can chip in and help Hibs and hopefully show what I can do, then who knows what can happen.
Is that the dream for you to get back into recognition for Scotland's squad?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you ask any player, one of their dreams is playing for their country, and had a wee taste of it just after I moved to Portugal. I was in and around it for a couple of qualifying games, and it's definitely something I would want to be involved in again.
I never see
you've kind of grown up, even the process of maybe having to be patient at the Sporting Lisbon and trying to get to that first team, and has that even helped you? You come here kind of more eager to prove yourself than maybe you were?
Yeah, well, in my time there, I've kind of been put through a lot of different tests than I was expecting. The loans being cut short for different reasons, and a lot of things being made more difficult than they needed to be. So I've my patience has been tested at times, and I would say that definitely I've come back mentally a lot stronger than when I left, and definitely I would say more mature as well.
Do you think that's what you need, somewhere to just, somewhere you can be settled, that you maybe feel more appreciated?
Yeah, just somewhere that I'm going to feel comfortable, that I'm hopefully going to get a lot of game time and the opportunity to show what I can do, because I think at this moment you can see a lot of good signings have been made in the league, and I think this is the strongest Scottish football's been in for some time, the most competitive that the league's been. So I think it's a good time to be involved in Scottish football.
Could you see your future here long term?
At Hibs?
Yeah.
That's been spoken about, but at the moment I'm just concentrating on my short loan spell here, and then if all goes well and both parties are happy, then why not? But it's something that discussion will take place in the summer, and I'm just focusing on the next few months here.
When you went out to Sporting Club de Portugal, everyone saw it as brave and something different. Do you feel Scottish players challenge themselves enough that they don't, there doesn't seem to be many Scottish players that want to go and play abroad?
I suppose that's all down to the player's individual preference. I suppose some people are perfectly happy to stay in Scotland or to go to England and test themselves down there, because the leagues down there are unbelievable as well. So for me, it was just a sense of I wanted to try something that not many people. I wanted to go down the road that not many people have tried, and I wanted to see for myself what football abroad was like, and the way they live, the way everything happens in the country. That was just an individual thing for me that I wanted to go and try it. So it's something I would definitely encourage. I would encourage any young players to go abroad, to go and broaden their horizons, and the amount you can learn just in a short time's incredible.
What were the main differences between your experiences at Dundee United to that at Sporting Club de Portugal?
Well, you see, when I first went there, they were involved in like Europa League qualifiers, and it just I was involved in trips to like Wolfsburg when Sporting played against Wolfsburg in Europa League, and just the atmospheres at some of the games, and the day-to-day of how the clubs run is just on a different level. The amount of staff that they have and everything within the training centre, the way the clubs run, is just it's a incredible setup.
I know his name was mentioned earlier, Andy Robertson. He's just signed a new contract with Liverpool. When you stayed together with him and John Suter, and you still go kick and ball out at the back garden in the grass, whatnot. Can you believe the way he's progressed and what he's achieved in his career so far?
I suppose when you sit down and look at it, the path he's had from Queen's Park, what would it be, 5 years ago, to Liverpool, and perhaps the best left back in the league, I don't think many people would have seen it coming. But he totally deserves everything that comes his way. He's a proper professional, gets his head down, works hard, and that's why so many good things has happened to him.
He used to play in goal when you used to have that kick about in the back.
I think he used to try. He used to try and play in goal. He wasn't up to much. He's better just sticking to what he knows.
And Ryan, obviously it's the Scottish Cup this weekend. Are you coming here to win trophies with Hibernian?
Absolutely. You seen just a couple of years ago, Hibs were able to go all the way to the Scottish Cup final and win. And it's something that I suppose the fans will be hoping for more of again. They've proved that they can get there lately. Hibs can challenge with the top clubs in Scotland, and definitely winning trophies is what every player wants to do, so that's definitely the club's aim.
And you spoke a little bit about potentially after the summer this could be a place where you play football more regularly. What are your long-term ambitions? Are you hoping to eventually go back to Portugal, and you're saying you're 6 months away from dual nationality?
I've not given that much thought at the moment. I've been thinking more on making sure this next 5 months goes well as it possibly can for myself and for Hibs, and then hopefully we'll see what happens in the summer. It could be that I'm really happy here and Hibs are really happy with me and we want to do something, or it could be that for some reason I fancy trying something new. So we don't know until the summer, I suppose, but at this moment I'm just kind of looking to the next 5 months.
How have you settled in here?
Really good. I got the chance to go and meet the group in Dubai, which was a good chance to meet everyone for the first time, because there's not any boys here that I've came across before. So it was a good chance to go and gel with the group, and I'm feeling at home already.
How quickly can we expect to see you on the pitch? Could it be this weekend?
Hopefully it'll be this weekend, yeah. I'm sure that everything's settled now, and hopefully I'll be involved as soon as possible.
Has there been any certain aspect of Scottish football you've missed during your time in Portugal?
I would say the atmosphere. There's a big difference between the atmosphere here to over in Portugal. The fans are a lot more passionate, they're a lot more involved. I suppose I would miss playing in front of the full stadiums, and that's something I'm looking forward to at Easter Road.
And has Neil Lennon said what he expects for you from now till the end of the season?
He's just I spoke briefly with him. He's just wanted me to come in and hopefully provide a little bit of creativity, like from my time at United. Hopefully more of the same to come, and to help push Hibs up the league.